Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So Gold Pride Punk, obviously, right? You're looking for other engines to immediately lower your life points as soon as possible. So the second wave, we had in a TCG and they are quite good. The build that I uploaded some time ago has been updated. A couple of changes, but I think the most important ones are the new ones, right? The small Jinzo, I believe it's called a Roller? You know which one I mean. The fusion card, which quite conveniently compared to the other ones like Carry, for example, it has that built-in special summoning effect from the hand. I think that card is just fine as a one-off. Then again, because we are currently in a Kashtira format, maybe two off. But if not, I think one is just fine. The new combos, and it's actually quite solid. This new one, the new Exceed, it's a generic rank 3 Exceed, and that's something I like. You can make it with the punks, at least the level 3s, and then with something like Carry, and that's, super flexible. What does the new Exceed do? The new Exceed is kind of a searcher for their new spells, for example. They got like a Rota, a continuous Rota, and a Monster Reborn, basically. Short set. So what's the goal? I feel that one of the best cards here in the deck / engine is their Trap. Their Trap, as you know, pops something from your opponent as soon as a normal summon or special summon a monster. You can pop that monster, and then after that reveal three Gold Pride monsters from your deck. Your opponent picks one of them, and you special summon that one directly to the field. So best case scenario, you want to pick Leon, right? The level 3 that reborns something. And because in your previous combo, because of the rank 3 Exceed, next to searching something, you can also mill something, so it's basically a Foolish Burial as well. And that's where you want the Foolish Burial, the small Jinzo, the Roller Baller, you know which one I mean, the fusion card, the fusion monster. Which also has a quick play effect, right? It's a quick play effect, it's a quick effect. So you can use it during your opponent's turn as well. So like short sets, like a couple of like easy 2-card combos could lead to a potential search, with the Exceed, mill something, draw one during the end phase because the Exceed sends itself back. The continuous spell lets you draw if one of your Gold Pride monsters is sent back to the extra deck with their effects. And then during your opponent's turn, you have the Trap, pop something, special summon Leon, reborn the Jinzo, and then go from there. Most of the time I feel you want to go for the Synchro Summon first, because most of the time with this combo you already have 2 level 3s on board, including Leon, so that's, level 3 Tuner and maybe Carry. That's level 6 Synchro play, the Synchro in Archetype Synchro pops a monster from your opponent, and then after that you can still go for a quick fusion during their turn. And the new fusion is actually solid as well. It's definitely a one-off. It might, again, just like as I've mentioned multiple times before, because we're in a Kashtira format and the card is quite important, again because of multiple interruptions, you might want to run 2, again because of Kashtira. So going second, and this is actually again a very solid opening hand. I do like the Trap at 2, simply because, it's searchable off of Carry, and it's such a strong card, especially, game or turn 2, right, for your opponent. Immediately try to get yourself off, give yourself the potential spot to win, and then follow it up with the potential second Trap. That's fantastic. I missed the second one, at least, I think the other one is the Book of Eclipse, I think. I hit Imperm, that's fine, I'm not going to use Baron, I just, use Linguribo. It's there. Because of Ibli, again, it's super common in this format if you're playing against Sprite. So here, again, like this is super flexible. Have like Zeamin plus Carry, that's so easy, and it's so simple and so effective. You go for the Exceed, detach to search one of their spells, either their Monster Reborn or their Rota, right, to continue with spell. Depends. Most of the time it's either the spell, the search spell, or if you have that, you can go for the Monster Reborn. Double Trap, I believe the first trap got negated by Ash Blossom, but still the second one. And, that's basically the game. Both traps are gone, and that brings me to, I feel, something that I currently lack in the deck, is that, the gimmick of the Trap card, right? So pop something from your opponent, a monster, and then you need to reveal 3 Gold Prides from the deck. Like best case scenario, those are 3 Leon in most situations. But the problem is that as soon as you draw one of your Leons, you can only reveal 2, so it's very similar to Pantheism of the Monarchs. Your opponent needs to pick one at random, and it's not guaranteed, or could not be guaranteed, and that's a problem. So maybe, who knows, in the future we might get more support for the archetype, so that's where I maybe feel something is coming. Replenish your hand, send something back, very similar to the Menadium Destiny draw, right? Reveal one, send one back. And that's something cool, potentially from the graveyard, a Pot of Avarice ally card. Refuel your engine, since that's again one of the weaknesses I have. You're through your engine quite fast. I've seen builds without carry, or maybe one carry, but I think carry is fantastic. Triple carry, because again, that one searches your trap, and the trap is so powerful, especially going first. Those are the ones you want to have as quickly as possible. Rank 8 is there because of, again, the punks. That's super stable. Again, this duel again perfectly resembles how fast this deck can snowball into pluses, plus how many disruptions it has with that built-in Cold Pride engine, how many disruptions it has during your opponent's turn. So the trap pops something, Leon is summoned for the potential synchro summon, the synchro pops something, and then now it's super flexible, depends on what your opponent does. You can fusion summon during their turn. This is the monster Reborn, so Reborn, okay, another target, so I don't need to invest, or I can keep the synchro on field. It's not too, well, it bounces back, so it could give me a draw during the end phase, very similar to the fusion. So that's what happens again here in the end phase, so it special summons the roller ball, you know what I mean, the level 5 smaller Jinzo back to the field, and I'm talking about the fusion. The fusion is basically a snatch, well, it's not a snatch steal. It, upon fusion summon, so again, very easy, not that hard, you can target monsters from your opponent equal to the amount of fusion materials you used, and then equip all of them to your fusion. So it's like a super relinquished, right? That's really solid. That's actually solid. Plus, it's super easy to get on field because, again, they all have that, most of them have that super easy special summon effect from the hand. Keep in mind, and I'm not so sure why this, well, I'm not so sure, no, that's not true, is why the restriction of Leon is there. As soon as you use Leon's effect, its Reborn effect, you're locked into, what is it, gold prides for the rest of the turn? I think so. So, you need to do your regular combos first, and then if you have Leon in your hand, the level 3, you can go for that one. So it's not the other way around, and that's something to keep in mind. That's a restriction. The Punk engine. I think there's like 1 or 2 Foxy Tune. I don't like 3, especially because it's so weak to disrupt. Well, it's weak to disruption, but it could break a lot. And I wanted to keep the deck at 40 cards sharp, plus I'm not running the Trap Searcher for Punk, because again, those are 2 extra cards for the main deck, and I'd rather want to use space for other cards. And I'm not running the Punk that lets you, fusion summon and synchro summon during your opponent's turn. I'm not a huge fan of it, and that's also the reason why I'm not running the Punk fusion, because you could go for it, but it's so vulnerable to disruption for your opponent, or from your opponent. Sure, you could run Gamma, but again, Gamma takes up so much space. I'd rather have like super flexible hand traps, Ash, Imperm, and then the built-in traps that are already there for the archetype. Same for talents and the Thrust engine. That's, most of the time super reliable. Again, searches Dark Ruler in case you're going second against a super, stacked monster-heavy build. So again, again, as you saw, most of these fields were almost the same. The Punk field spell, I started off with 3. I've seen builds running only 1, but the problem I have with Punk is that, like, let's say if you're going first or second, if you have the field spell, things go much easier, simply because it replaces itself with its first draw, and it's a +1 from the second draw. So I think you always want to have it. 3 might be too much, because you don't want to have multiples, like never. Sure, you can, just use another one and then use those effects, you know what I mean? But 1 is just fine. So I think 2 is okay, because again, it's also searchable and teleport is at 3. So it is what it is. I think this is the last one, yeah. So going second, Talents gets, no, Thrust tries to get, Ash Blossom tries to negate Thrust, at least the effect. That's where, again, Call by the Grave comes into play. It has been, super important in a couple of the replays already for both sides. So again, the special summon carry, go for it. Okay, the reason why, because we know there is a Revolt set, yeah, and because I think I only have 1 fusion in my extra deck, and I don't want to lose that one, because I have the Trap, yeah, and the Trap lets me, special summon Leon from the deck. Leon reborns Small Jinzo, and Small Jinzo is a fusion summon during their turn, and that's an instant out for, whatchamacallit, the Link 4, Tri-Brigade, you know which one I mean. So, summon, okay, immediately use a trap, pop the monster, Leon is summoned, reborn, roller, baller, right, go for the fusion summon, 2 monsters used, so I can at least attach 1 from my opponent to it, And the Link 4 is sent to the graveyard, so you can again search something, that's fine. Again, now I'm in full control. Have it at level 5 because again it was stacked out during the end phase. Level 5 on board, there's a couple of options here. You can go for rank 8, you can go for level 8 synchro play. I think because the field spell is first time, so probably indeed going for the level 8 punk. That searches, gives me an extra draw, plus a special, indeed a special summon. And ooh, this, what is it? Ascended Lord of the Ascended Thunder? You know which one I mean. I prefer this one over Fenrir. You could definitely tech in Fenrir as well, easy level 7, but could kind of clock later in the game when you don't have any monsters on field. But maybe double Fenrir, that's something that, you know, if you have the space, you can definitely try to fit in. And this should be more than enough to attack for game, or isn't it? Or is it? No, because of Droplet. I mean, it's fine, you know, during the end phase. Yeah. Oh, I should have gone for a Baron earlier, and now I get punished for that. So, and that's the thing, is I use a trap upon summon, so the monster is destroyed, reveal 2 Leon and 1 carry, my last one. So that's a 2 out of 3 chance that Leon is revealed, and sadly not, so no quick synchro during their turn. It is what it is. But I like the new support. I really like the support. I was a bit skeptic first, you know, at the first wave, and I saw them, but then, you know, when playtesting with Punk, you saw like, there is potential. Is it like with the second wave top tier? I doubt it, because, you know, you Kashtira full power, Sprite full power, almost full power without Elf. You know, you'll definitely struggle against those top tier decks, but there is potential. It's a fun deck, it's something different. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Free to sign out. Peace.